Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Baba often give us the title that we are Vigan Vinashak, the destroyers of obstacles. There is so much in this title that Baba wants us to be free from all the obstacles. Of course, Brahman life is a challenge. Why it's a challenge? Because the world we are living is iron-aged. When Baba says you are come out of the Iron Age, you are now in confluence age. But physically we are still in Iron Age. But it's so good in Madhuban. No trace of Iron Age. But it's only just few weeks in the whole year that we enjoy such luxury to have a taste of total heaven, free from the influence of the iron-aged world. So living physically in the Iron Age, yet consciously thinking we are no more in Iron Age, we are at the confluence age. But we are dealing with the people, with the problems, with situations which the Iron Age world brings for us. And this Brahman life is total new aspect and total new knowledge. And we are creating a new world, living in the old. So that's the beauty of Brahman life. So we have to face situations, problems, we have to interact with people and whatever. This is a great challenge for us. But the beauty of Brahman life is not only Baba gives us the understanding, the deep knowledge of everything, but he gives us the power to face whatever comes in life. He gives us the guidance, the sustenance, the power, everything. So life becomes very smooth if we really follow Baba's Shrimat and Baba's directions. Then of course one can really enjoy the life. Even there are problems and obstacles, but still obstacle doesn't seem obstacles. Baba says, of course he gives us the deep knowledge of drama. Many scenes of the drama are very excited, are full of fun, I would say. And then if you see the drama is just like a game, then anything comes, that sportsman spirit that we have, it doesn't seem difficult to overcome. And when we just beginning Brahman life, we're very new in Gyan. That's the most beautiful part of Brahman life. We're little children in Baba's lap or in senior's lap. They look after us. Like a baby is born, few months or 1 year or so, the mother does not leave the baby alone. Baby is always with mother, with someone else, or with whatever. Baby is never alone. So this is it. the childhood life of Brahman, Baba is always there, always protecting us, guiding us, and lots of love of the family. A new Brahman is born, you know. Everybody's, so loving, so caring, and you enjoy that life. It's full of all the happiness. When you grow a little, then you start crawling, and then you know what's really a Brahman life is. When you bruise your knees and whatever Maya comes, or finding it a bit hard. But if from the very beginning I just built my relationship with Baba so strong, like in today's Murli was beautiful. Baba said, in deep love of Baba, there is no obstacles. All the things becomes very easy when you have love for Baba. And Baba used the word lagan. Lagan has no vigan. Vigan is obstacles. Lagan is the real love for Baba. And if my relationship with Baba from the very beginning of my Brahman life is very strong, then naturally that power that I receive from Baba makes me overcome all the obstacles. And things comes, but they don't matter anymore to me. And I understand more deeply why obstacle comes, how to tackle them. If you see who brings the obstacles, just think on it. Why obstacle comes? Is it my past karma? Is it something wrong I do now? Or is it the people's behavior? Or is it any problem on a natural calamities or whatever? Or is it my own weaknesses? What is the reason for any obstacle which comes? So whenever any situation comes, sit down in silence and think, what's the reason that this thing has come? And in silence, you invoke the right solution for that to overcome. In silence, you are making yourself able to understand the situation much better. So usually when we interacting with people in Iron Age, people's behavior is not of deities, devatas. And there is ego, anger, violence, many things in their behavior. And sometimes my own relations, before Gyan, I think they are mine, they are so, I'm so attached to them. I think they are mine. But when I come into Gyan, then I really know how far they are mine. See, my own relation becomes an obstacle. See, that what I'm doing, why I'm so different, why I'm not eating from their hand, why I refuse when I go to their house to take anything. Many things they don't understand what I'm doing. And they become an obstacle. Your own relations, your own children, maybe your own brothers or sisters or your husband or anything, they become obstacles. You want to come in the class, they stop you, they bring you in bondage or whatever the situation is. But from anywhere, when you're interacting with any human beings, it's a challenge. Whatever their behavior is, whatever obstacle they put in front of you, do not think it's an obstacle. Baba always say, they take a good test for you. Because this is a school, we're sitting in such a big university. University means exams, test papers. And when a test paper comes, if I welcome the test paper, now, which are the students who welcome the examination paper? Those who have worked hard in their studies, they're not afraid of the examinations or test papers. And they have the understanding these test papers are going to make you move forward into the next class. Otherwise, how would you be experienced? How would you move to the next class? Without examination, you can't just go along to the next. You have to pass the examination. So anything which comes, just think that person is your examiner. You can't pass the test paper if you don't like the examiner. Just have such good wishes for that person who is bringing that obstacle in front of you. And I can tell you, after few Brahmins, everywhere there is one examiner. And I call them an odd person who is not behaving in a loving manner, but who is there appointed by the Almighty Authority to take a good test of you. So welcome that person and challenge yourself that you will pass with honors. And how would you pass with honors? The first thing that you can do, which is very important, that have a very wonderful, or you can say very kind vision towards that person. If your vision towards that person is full of love, full of mercy, full of helping that person, that person needs help and cooperation. And if you see with that vision to that person, and not seeing that why this odd person is behaving that way and annoying so many people. And I can tell you, everyone is talking about that person who's bringing obstacles in the way. And nobody knows how to tackle that. But when your vision is changed toward that person, and you have good wishes in your heart for that one, naturally you're helping that person not to annoy you, right? And the other thing is to bring about such powerful atmosphere that that person realizes that he is bringing the obstacles for many. See, one is the vision of mercy towards that, and another is the vision of benevolence. There's difference. Mercy, I have mercy about that person. Well, he has such nature, he brings obstacles. That is his nature. That is different. But the other is, I want to bring about transformation in that person. That is my vision of benevolence. Mercy is, I am creating such atmosphere that I am safe from the influence of the behavior of that person. That is my safety. And I am not doing anything to tell that person off. But the other is, I have benevolence in my heart, so that person stop bringing obstacles for others. A transformation giving him very subtle help and power and deep realization, so that he thinks that he should not behave such a way which becomes obstacle in the way of others. See? So if you take that challenge and your vision is changed, your attitude is changed towards that person, many, many murlis of Baba. In today's Murli, when Baba says, don't become Levata, but the bestower, Devata, the one who gives. If I'm expect from that person to talk to me nicely, to respect me, to don't behave that way, and that means my expectation is making me Levata, means I'm expecting from something from him. But I'm a bestower. I am Devata. Instead of expecting, I am giving him the love which is missing in his heart. That's why he's behaving that way. Something is missing. That's why he's behaving that way. So Baba says, I have given you so many treasures. What are the treasures in today's Murli? Baba said, treasures of happiness, thank you, peace, power, virtues, cooperation, knowledge. So many treasures Baba has given me. So if I think that that person is missing some attainments, either lack of knowledge, or he has no power to put the knowledge into practice, or his behavior is missing some of the qualities and virtues which Baba has given us. So lack of some attainments of the treasures which Baba has given us, that's why that person is behaving in such a manner and bringing obstacles in front of us. Thinking on that level, I use my discern power. What is lacking? Is it lack of love from Baba, from the family, or his own behavior is taking him away from the love of all of us? What is lacking? Is the power lacking, that he can't put it in practice what he's been listening? Or is it the old sanskaras which making him to behave in certain manners? So I am the bestower. I use my discern power to fill that person with very subtle vibrations, so that helps the person to realize what he's doing. Please do not use any words to tell him that why he's doing this and why he's not doing that. At that time, they don't listen. Words do not work there. But your very subtle, powerful vibrations giving realization to the person. And challenge yourself to make them your best friends. If examiner is your best friend, you pass with full colors. I remember one sister in London, well, it was her nature. Whatever you ask her, she would get so excited, suddenly get excited. And whenever you ask something, she will always say no in the very beginning. You know, no, I can't do that. No, you can't have it. That's it. And I mean, if you need something and straight away the answer is no, it's not going to be the yes anyway. So, and so it was a problem for many people. And I said, Shashi, she needs some help. Maybe it's her nature to be very excited and say no and all that. And I challenged myself. I said, I'm going to make her my best friend. And I mean best, not just a friend. So I start, moving around her. Whenever I see her alone, I say, Om Shanti. The answer was, Om Shanti. And I would ask something nicely and expecting, mind you, your ego is really hurt there. But, well, that was the challenge because she needed help. Mind you, it took me quite a few months to come close to her. And one time she burst out in tears saying, this is my nature. I don't know what happens to me. I just get excited when somebody says something to me, somebody asks something to me. And she has so many talents. Beautiful hands of Baba. Beautiful hand of Baba. But just, she has this weakness. And I said, we'll work together and let's help how to change that. Never say no. Just think, have patience, listen to them what they want. And mind you, today I can say that she is so close friend to me. Very close. And I'm so proud of it. She needed help. And if we always talk about and make them in a corner, and, who will help them? But you need to swallow a lot of tolerance. Lot of tolerance. But doesn't matter. So what? And moreover, it teaches you how to be very humble, how to be, not to have a little bit of ego or anything. But that taught me a lesson as well. Any of your weakness can become an obstacle for others. Can be. Baba always says that don't become obstacle for others. And sometimes I even don't know what is my weakness which is bothering others. See, I even don't know. And the whole class is talking about, but I don't know myself what is my weakness, which is I'm bringing obstacles to many. So always check. Open your ears and listen. If someone is talking about you, you can tell. If a senior is giving you a signal, even seniors are frightened to tell you direct because your reaction might not be that much. See? So, remove your weaknesses if you have such sanskaras. Work on it because it's not nice. I'm not only bringing obstacles for others, but my nature becoming obstacle for myself as well. It is an obstacle for my own progress. I'm not getting good wishes. I'm not getting what I should be from Baba even. I'm not getting the blessings of the family because of a certain little habit or little sanskaras that I'm not very careful about. And moreover, any of my own weakness can bring a lot of problem for myself. Supposing you have weakness of carelessness, in any situation, if you're careless, or you're very forgetful or whatever, it can be a problem for you. Somebody said to me recently, we are traveling to Madhuban, of course, all this hassle of bookings and taking visas and things like that. If you're not careful, what happens in the end? She said she gave her passport for visa, right? And she's supposed to pick it up, the passport, before she would fly. She forgot, totally forgot. The passport is in the embassy, and she's flying tonight, 12 o'clock, and the time is 6 o'clock in the evening. And the embassy closes at 4 o'clock. Now, is it an obstacle? a problem. What is it? And how do you tackle it? How? It's a big problem. It's not only a little obstacle. Embassy is shut at 6 o'clock. It's shut 4 o'clock, and she's flying 12 o'clock at night. And she's so busy in packing, dealing with things, this, that, the other, organizing this and that. Totally forgot about her passport. And now, oh, Baba, where are you? I need you right here. I don't know how much she must have remembered Baba, right? Baba is always there to help children. And when you sit in silence, Baba give you right touchings. Ring this brother, he might have connection in the embassy. She quickly rang that brother, and that brother went to the embassy and have the embassy opened and get her passport and give her passport in her hand at 8 o'clock. Beautiful. And who helped her in the end? Baba. It's an emergency, and all your numbers, Baba will deduct yours, whatever, because you are being a little bit of careless. He helped you, but he'll deduct your marks. Won't he? Won't he? He wouldn't, huh? Because you asked him in emergency. Many things we bring problems for ourselves. So I think this is the best thing. Before coming to Madhuban, they ask you to fill your forms. Do you? In every country you fill the forms, Madhuban forms, and there your passport number. And when you're taking your passport number, when the passport is expired, you see, and it's few weeks' time yet. And many things happens before traveling. Anything can happen. When you're traveling, many obstacles would come. But if you're open heart, and the best way is Baba's closeness, Baba gives you help. Baba gives you help. Because you're coming to Baba's house, of course. If I am careful, I am not allowing my weaknesses to bring obstacles for me, is wonderful. So how you can be free from obstacle is work on yourself. Bring your stage to such that you are all-rounder, you're active, you're accurate. And when we are active in Baba's service, in doing things, accuracy reduces, reduces the number of obstacles. Many obstacles we bring about because we are careless, we're not accurate. So, if I keep Baba close, Baba guides me to do the right thing at the right time and with the right attitude. In that way, even by any chance, anything comes, he solves it for me. He solves. Because that sister must have been busy in organizing center things, That's why Baba helped her. If she would have been shopping somewhere in the shopping center or something or the other, Baba's help would have been a little less, maybe. See, but she was busy in his task, that's why it was overlooked. And that's how he helped her. And so it's very good to make your stage very alert. And you foresee things. Sometimes Baba gives you signals of the obstacle coming. Like I always like to listen the weather forecast. I don't know why. Then you prepared yourself. If it's raining, you take your umbrella with you. If it's sunshine, you don't need your cardigan with you. It's a wonderful device. I always thanks to the scientists, those who have devised that thing, that beforehand you know what the weather is like, especially in London, always raining. You don't want to listen to the weather anyway. But still, it's nice to listen, to prepare yourself in advance. See? And sometimes, if you have that device fit within yourself, Baba gives you signal what the obstacle's coming. You could know it. You can tell from your stage. Anything, your stage is, when your little bit of happiness is reduced, you're not that bubbly, something wrong somewhere. You could feel, what's happening to me? I haven't done anything wrong. My yoga was good. Everything was all right. But why I'm feeling so low? Why my energy is not flowing through? Why I'm sad? It means something coming as a warning to you. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. That's a warning. Somewhere something is coming. I always feel Baba is giving me signal. So don't ignore it and fill yourself. Sit in Baba's room for a longer period. Ask Baba to help you. Why I'm feeling. You prepare me what's coming. And you will see that eventually if something would have been happening, you will gain the power to face that situation. Something along the line, something coming, which is giving you a signal, a forecast in advance that obstacle is coming. Or in my case, if you're a little late in 4 o'clock meditation, I said, oh dear. Or you're sitting in a Murli class, your concentration is not there. Dadis sometimes really get very strict when your eyes are closed, you're dozing off. In London, one time, Dadi got so emotional. Hadi Janki. She came from Madhuban back and she thought we all are, wow, angels flying through. And she saw all of us sitting on the chair. And maybe some matas or someone maybe dozing off on Thursday morning. She got so strict, so strict. And she said, I am Kali, the goddess, goddess Kali. And she was really Kali, mind you. We never seen her like that. And we got all scared. We didn't go near her room that day. It's a very rare form of her, which I liked it. Because you need sometimes. So even in the Murli, you're not concentrating anything which goes wrong. Any mistake you make, you don't ignore it. That is a signal something coming on. Or maybe somebody's influencing you, somebody's behavior is, maybe you're drawn to it, someone, or any impure thoughts, or anything, you're breaking maybe any of the little thing, not big principle I'm talking about. Or you miss an Amrit Vela. I'm not talking about late, but you miss it. That is a signal an obstacle is coming. Don't ignore it. Don't. And do double meditation in the evening to cover up the morning. or read the Murli 10 times if you're dozing off in the Murli, or whatever. Do not ignore this, your lack of any of the principles. Or someone must have snapped at you and you spoke loudly, or you spoke bitter or something, or somebody annoyed you. You're not in a very angelic stage, but on a usual base what you are. If something is wrong in your routine, a problem is coming. That's a signal. And it's such a nice thing that Baba cautioned you in advance to give you signals in such a level. And you then fill yourself with power. Tell Baba, I am sorry, I missed an Amrit Vela. And whatever, or just talk to a senior or the instrument that I don't know why I feel this way. And cautioning them, their subtle help is with you. And whatsoever the problem or obstacle is coming, it gives you the energy to face it. I can't avoid the obstacles, no. But I can build my stamina to face the obstacle. Then obstacle is not there. See, but obstacle becomes an obstacle when I have no power to face it. See what I mean? When I'm not able to take it. And something comes up and I am taking it, facing it, it's not an obstacle. Supposing a person is very angry, reason can be any, and he is really shouting up and down and whatever, but I am standing there smiling and taking and thinking, oh Baba, please shower him with such peace. Where did I go wrong to deserve it? Rather than blaming it. And I'm not influenced by his behavior. My tone is not raised and my inside is not feeling bad, but I'm trying to help the person. And that means the obstacle came, but I had power to face it. And I did not mind it, thinking I must have done something to upset her or him. So it's not an obstacle for me, but it came, I had the power to face it. It just went away. I'm not shaken. My stage is still very stable. So that's not obstacle. Obstacle came, but my stage removed the obstacle from the way. I waved the obstacle. Bye-bye. I'll see you after 5,000 years. I hope not. Can you avoid it? But at least you go by. That's why Baba says, remember 3 passes. One is, you pass the examination with honor. And the other is, you be passed to Baba, close to Baba. And third is, any situation, obstacle, problem comes, you make it pass by. See, sit on the stage, on the seat of self-respect, seat of soul consciousness, and seat of being detached observer. 3 seats. Seat of self-respect, seat of soul consciousness, seat of detached observer, and watch the scenes of the drama, and you will love it. Any scene comes, it is an entertainment to you. If you see that way, then you will make it pass by because they're entertaining you. And you're not involved in it. And the situation and things would pass by entertaining you. But if you get up from your seat and start playing with them, you get involved with them. See what I mean? And you're not detached observer now, but you're involved with the situation. When you're involved with the situation is influencing you. You're not passing it, you're holding on to it. See? I always remember a scene when the royal people go and watch some maybe an entertaining show or anything, or procession going by. The royal person sits on the seat there, and all it does, it wave its hand and acknowledging the people. They may be doing acrobats, or they may be doing some funny acts, and they may be doing something. She doesn't get up from the seat to dance with them, does she? All she does it, she acknowledged them. Yes, I've seen you. Good, you're doing good. And waving the hand. And they pass by. Bernie comes, entertaining her. The beautiful feeling. Things comes to entertain you. Not to influence you. Not to snatch your happiness. Not to touch you. Not to make you emotional. No. It just comes and goes. But if I do not sit on the seat of detached observer, then a problem is a problem for me. Obstacle is a big thing for me. Because I get involved, I'm not a detached observer. Many people are very emotional. They go and see a movie, they come home crying with a headache. Why? They don't see as detached observer or entertaining. Emotionally, they go with the story that it's happening, right? The actor who's playing the story is only playing, but the person who's watching the story is being very involved. See? Because they are involved, that's why they suffer. So never get involved in a situation. Never. If you get involved, it becomes a big thing. And your mind is whipping the thing. And when it's whipping the thing, what happens? It's increasing. A little thing becoming a mountain. And a mountain, you won't even think to cross a mountain, would you? And it's your own creation of thinking. Because again and again you think, why this thing happened? Why so-and-so said this thing? It should have not happened that way. I knew it's like this. And that wasteful thoughts, what Baba calls it, is creating a little problem, a such big mountain. And my energy is lost in the waste thinking, and I cannot even finish that little thing. I can't, because I have no energy to finish it, because my energy is lost in increasing the wasteful thinking. That's why many, many Murlis, Baba talked about the dots. In today's Murli, Baba said Bindu. Put a bindu. Whatever happened, the past is bindu. And we all know the 3 bindus, the 4 bindus. To put the bindu to the waist, put the bindu to the past, and be a bindu, remember a bindu. It's a very common story. But am I able to put a bindu? Never mind what Baba says. But have I practiced to put a bindu? How long it takes me to put a bindu on the waist? Can I? Or is just a theory that Baba says put a bindu, Baba says be a dot. And have I become? Or how far I'm successful to put a bindu? It's a good checking. We all say, just past is past, forget this and that. But how long it takes me to forget the past? This is your own personal checking. 1 hour, 1 day, Baba gives us only 1 second. I don't think any of us can put a second, dot in a second. Check your own, and this is a checking of your own stage. That how far my stage is good. This is the reading of your own, barometer of your own stage. If you cannot forget which had something happened in a little while, it means your stage is not that very good. You need to work on it. This is the best checking I always do. When something had happened which is not of my own expectations, maybe anything, somebody said something or I done something wrong, or my ego is hurt, or whatever happened, any situation, how long it takes me to get it out of my mind. Good checking. Reduces the timings. If it took you 2 days, next time you say, you're not going to waste your 2 days. I'm going to finish it very soon. And bring your ability to that. And don't ignore it. It bugs you. Don't ignore it. Sit down and ask yourself, tell yourself, is it any point of me thinking of this thing? No. Can I rewind and change it? No. Can I do something about it? No. Then why feeling bad about it? So when I'm checking that how far it takes me to put a full stop to the waste, to the past, increase your stage to that extent where you just, something happens, you learn from it, and then sit in silence, ask yourself, if I can't do anything about it, let me learn a lesson and forget it. It increases your experience. But many times we say, don't repeat your mistake. But do we listen to it? Mama is very famous for that, I think. Of course, our seniors would have been. But can I say to myself that once I learned from a mistake and I never repeated it? Make your chart good. Sometimes we say, sorry, Baba. And after a few days, I done it again, Baba. And because somewhere along my sanskaras, that is programmed in there. Doesn't matter how many times I say sorry to Baba, it's going to come again and again. Because I haven't worked to change my program there. See, on the computer, when you programmed something, every time you press the key, same answer will come. And even if you say, that's a wrong thing, but it's programmed in there. Unless you make an effort to change the whole program, it's going to be the same again. So to us, sanskaras are programmed to do certain things. And any time I would come up with the same. So good checking for your own stage, how long it takes you to forget and put a full stop. And that becomes, life becomes more easy and you move forward. Otherwise, these little things do not let you progress. See, if a road is smooth, your speed is fast, you can cover the distance very fast. If on the road, everywhere there's a ditch, there's a stone, you have to move that way, and there's one car parked there, you have to stop here, there's a traffic light, there's this thing. So many hazards are on the road. You can't pick up speed. Driving on the motorway and driving on the ordinary road, it's a lot different. It is a lot different. How fast you drive on the motorway, wash. No obstacle, no traffic lights, nothing. Nothing is stopping you. But on the ordinary road, how many obstacles? And now especially they put the bumps on. The speed checkers. So many things. You can't. These little things are stopping you to move forward. The speed Baba wants you. This is called obstacles in the way. Your own little mistakes, your own little habits, your own little things, your own little wasteful things stopping you. Not making you to enjoy your life, which is what Baba wants us to, carefree emperors. Are we all? Of course, he sees us all, the carefree emperors. But many things bothers us in the way. And I cannot enjoy the life as being carefree, obstacle-free. And the Brahma life is very special, very special. And I mean it's very special. If I waste the life most of the time in removing all these problems, obstacles, and dealing with people, upsetting, and sometimes up and sometimes down, I'm not enjoying. I'm merely just living. It's better than, of course, the past. But not the way what Baba wants us to. We're very fortunate to being Brahmins. Very fortunate. And I mean fortunate. Baba sings the praise of our fortune. He really does in every murli. He sees each one of us a very special, cure to all these million peoples around the world. He only found handful of us. We must have done very good karma, very good karma. Somewhere along the line, in 84 births, we must have done something very good. Well, give credit to yourself. But doing very good, coming to Baba's house, you need to make more effort to make future good. I always say, when you get admission in Oxford University or Cambridge University, it means something. In the past, you must have done real study, and your merits are really good, your marks are really good to get the admission. But getting the admission doesn't mean you get the degree. Do you? No. Maybe your past is very good, so you get the admission, but you have to work really hard to get the degree. We're very fortunate sitting in Baba's house, but that doesn't mean my future would be just like that. Baba will create my future. No, I have to make an effort. And what effort I have to make? This is the effort I have to make. Whatever Baba gives me the homework, to take it seriously and do the homework. At least make the effort to do the homework. In the last, not this one, the last Murli of the 3rd of February, Baba gave us the homework of controlling power. No, it's on the 18th January. Baba gave us on the controlling power of the mind. How far you can control your thoughts the way you want to. And Baba says, I give you 1 month to check. And he mentioned in the last Murli as well, how many of us done that homework, really checking that can I just control my thoughts the way I want to? Anyone? Thanks. Anyone else? Few, of course. And I always say, when Baba says something, at least do it, whether you do it wrong or whether you're successful or not successful, but give a good checking that can you. And did you find it easy? Whosoever checked it, find it easy. I always wonder what kind of mind is made of. Such a beautiful device. It just goes around the world. And how it just so fast in thinking. And today even Baba talked about concentration power. Improve it. And okay, 1 month gone, but do not give yourself that 1 month gone and it's homework finished. But work on it. See? Working on it, because most of the obstacles are created in the mind. See? If I brush the useless thoughts, negative thoughts from my mind, there is no obstacles. There's no such thing as obstacle. I create wasteful thoughts. I create negative thoughts. Of course, from somewhere along the line, a negative seed is sown in the mind. And I give a lot of sustenance to the seed. Thinking waste, negative, and useless, and this and that, the other. And I create a big obstacle for myself. But if I do not germinate that seed, straight away clearing my mind and roasting the seed in the yoga fire, there will not be any obstacle. Because I'm not wasting my energy in thinking useless. I'm increasing my energy to creating a positive thinking. I read a book, I think you read The Soul Power by Nikki. She wrote a very beautiful book. And one of the chapter I like it when she said that she experimented with few people, how you generate your own energy repeating something positive. And she said, if I remember exactly, that she done this workshop with the people, and she said to them, sit down, close your eye in silence, see a chair in front of you, and invoke your worst problem and ask the problem to sit on the chair, and tell the problem, hey problem, I am a very powerful soul. Go into silence again. Repeat it again. Hey problem, I am more powerful than you are. Go in silence again. Generate the energy and repeat again. I am very powerful soul. Hey problem, I am more powerful than you are. After she finished the session, one person came to her and he said, when you asked to invoke the problem and sit on the chair, my problem was so big the chair collapsed. And as I keep repeating, I am very powerful soul, more powerful than you are. And as I keep repeating it, the problem became smaller, smaller, and smaller. By the end of the session, I thought, was there a problem? I was creating the problem. See? My negative thinking was whipping the problem. But when I regenerate the power within myself, problem wasn't a problem. See? So when we, with that powerful attitude, positive attitude, face something, it doesn't seem anything. When we are weak, we are very vulnerable with the reverse situations. if I'm powerful, doesn't matter how you behave. You know, if you're a very weak person, if somebody sneezes at you, you catch the germs and you say, oh, so-and-so gave me cold. But if you are a very strong person, you won't catch the germs. See, you pick up the little bit of influence from here and there and there. They are the germs that you pick up. And you are weak, but if you're powerful, it doesn't make any difference to you. See? So your weak nature is creating problem. So what you need to be very determined to yourself to change the weakness and invoke the power. And just always, in one of the Murlis, Baba said, in the morning remind yourself at Amrit Vela. Increase your intoxication, the titles Baba gave you. Build your energy, make yourself ready for the whole day battlefield. We don't want to do things, we don't want to work on ourselves. We think it's easy, Raj Yoga. And we become very easy. And sometimes we very superficially try to overcome weaknesses or our own habits and sanskaras. And when we are not successful, we say, well, I tried, I don't know what to do. And then I'm blocking my progress, thinking I tried. But no, Baba gives us this wisdom. When you want to change a sanskara or a habit, deal with the right method. If you're not applying the right method, you're not going to have a success. See, if you have a habit of sleeping at 10:30, 11, because that's your past habit, and you can't change your habit, how would your Amrit Vela would be? You will be a zombie sitting there because you had very late night. And you're not changing your routine because you can't. Even if you're in the bed, you still open a book and then you start, this one sister said to me, I can't sleep early. Even I'm in the bed, I still open something to read. And in Amrit Vela, I am so heavy. You're not tackling it the right attitude. So if you, with the real interest, determination, and the importance of changing your sanskara, then only you will be able to overcome. Otherwise, never mind, 40 years, 30 years, you will be the same, creating problems with that sanskara for yourself. We all have our own individual little sanskaras that we need to tackle. So be very determined and never give up. To give up a bad habit, never give up. Be very strict. It works. Baba will help you. And if you give up after a few try, you'll never give up a habit. And when you're dealing with people, remember, even today Baba says, in this drama, each one has their own part to play. Each one. We all are the actors of this wonderful drama, playing wonderful roles. Some have different roles than the others, but I accept the roles of others and I love their role, the way they play. Such appreciation of what they are doing it. I am not a critic. I'm an appreciator. What do you want to be a critic? Which job you want to? It's lovely to appreciate it. It's beautiful. So when I have the appreciation of each one's role, I will enjoy the scenes and the acts of the other fellow actors. We all are different. And this is the beauty of the drama, is the variety activities of the different actors. But the smile on my face is only when I accept their role. And acceptance is only when I tolerate their role. Sometimes it's not easy to tolerate the behavior of others, but increase your toleration power. Because when we have a flag in our hand and I say, well, the drama is finishing, we're returning home, and home going means you have to settle your karmic account with all other souls. You have to pay the bills. When you move the house, all the bills comes at the same time. The telephone bill, the electricity bill, the water rates, and this and that. You can't leave the house till you pay all the bills. So all these souls come to settle their karmic accounts. And settling means tolerating. I said. If you're not tolerating, you're reacting. You're creating further. It's no way that you can enjoy the life free from obstacles. Anything comes in your way, just think you're settling. And it'll be so beautiful to be free from all these bondages. Let me repay them in one installment, not in many. Then there is no pull, no burden. You can enjoy your freedom when you don't owe anything to anyone. So whosoever coming in your way, they need to settle their account. So toleration and not creating any further, not talking about, but having good wishes, you repay them, and you're free from obstacles. You are. A new problem comes, increase your power with yoga. Baba talked about Mahatapasvi Murat, embodiment of tapasya. He talked about. He said, you're good in service, you're good in this and that, the other, but what is needed is tapasya. He feels that children are lacking this. How good am I in tapasya? Madhuban is a beautiful place to do tapasya. Do I have interest to do tapasya? Sometimes I go and say hello to Baba. I see all the room empty. I said, poor Baba sitting on his own. Nobody's having time for him. And when I go to village, the village shops are full of Brahmins. I'm not kidding. Why? Of course, it's good to do shop around. But what about my spiritual treasures for the whole year? That is physical necessities. I have to buy this and that for the whole year supply. Okay, it's all right, good enough. But what about my spiritual stamina for the whole year? There's the only one shop, Baba's room. And I mean it. Sit down. Ask yourself, have I taken enough power from Baba, enough relationship with him, so he can supply me wholly around the way I want to? See, so that tapasya, what Baba talked about this morning, is at, this place is just so wonderful to increase your tapasya in here. Yeah, so find time. Sometimes make a special program. You don't just wait for someone else to announce the program. Today is yoga bhatti and this and that, the other. 1 hour maybe in the morning, half an hour more, maybe afternoon, get up after a little early, tea time, whatever time. Baba is waiting for you with his arms open, that come child, I'll soothe you for the whole year. And it's very important because at our service stations we are, of course, we remember Baba, we are very busy in mundane things, in services and this and that, the other. Baba always talk about keep balance of service and yoga and this and that. Okay, but Madhuban is a special place. So have special power. But make sure when you sit in tapasya, you sit in tapasya. Not solving all your problems in Baba's room. And mind you, all the things comes when you sit in silence in yoga. That thing, this thing, I didn't do this thing, I didn't say this thing to this thing, I have to do this thing, oh my God, I forgot, I see someone, I forgot to tell him this thing. Do not. When you are at the filling station, fill your car with petrol. Don't just go to wash the car. This is what we do sometimes. We start washing the car and we forget to fill the car. And how far you go without the petrol? Car looks shiny, of course, but there's no petrol to carry on. So first fill the self with the power, then sort, then give yourself another 15 minutes to solve your little things. Space yourself. Half an hour, I am not going to think of anything else. I'll enjoy Baba's love, Baba's soothing, and chatting or whatever. That's my personal time with Baba. Anything comes in that time, just be very determined with yourself. I'm not going to think on it anymore at this time. After half an hour, tell yourself, 5-10 minutes, you can think anything you like. Or first 5 minutes, tell yourself, okay, this is the time for me solving all the world's problem. And then after 5 minutes, put a full stop. I am not going to think of anything else after this. And be very strict with yourself. And make a habit of improving your concentration. If you don't, your yoga cannot be a tapasvi yoga. It'll be superficial. It won't be powerful. And in the end, it will deceive you, this habit of thinking 10 different things sitting in meditation. It'll deceive you. So this is where you have to be very strict now. Check your own chart in Madhuban. And still you have quite a few days. I don't think any one of you leaving in 1 or 2 days. How many of you? Oh dear. Why did I ask? It's quite a few. All right. It doesn't matter. Are you feeling overflowing? Yeah? That's good. Your face shows. Still you have little time. When you take leave from Baba, tell Baba, fill me with this 5-10 minutes with such powerful vibrations so that I go back and work on it at your own places. Make a habit. When you sit in meditation, this is where the honesty is, that this is my personal time with Baba. Nothing should distract me. That's called improving your concentration and power. See, no blockage, and nothing is obstructing you. So when you be strict in that way, you will see your stage so firm, so unshakable, free from obstacle, Baba giving the right touching at the right moment before anything comes. And you will see obstacles are there. Obstacle or obstacle. He gives you right touching to be free. Comes, Baba gives you the right touching at the right time to do the right thing, and you're free from it. Beautiful. My whole life is so full of things that how you don't think of a person at that time. That I wish my husband would have been here. Oh, no way Baba would come to help you. No way. He says, well, think now. Let's see how your husband would come. No way. Just invoke Baba. You're the only one I have it. I have no one anyway. No one. See, then his help is always there. And how his help is reached? Right thinking at the right time, because your connection is right. So thank you for listening, and we're finished now. It's past 12:30, and thanks a lot. We sit a few minutes in silence.